Greetings, New Destiny. This is Bishop Dr. Ethan Ogletree. I'm delighted to announce to you our first episode of our first podcast. I will be doing this twice a month, and this is just a short way of encouraging you to accomplish what God has called you to be. Our title of the podcast is Good Flow. I like that. According to the Concise Oxford Dictionary, the English dictionary, the word flow means to move steadily and continuously in a current or a stream or a river. John 7 and 38b, our thematic scripture, says, out of his belly, part B, you will flow rivers of living water. Flow, that's the thought, this good flow. And when we understand that, my hope for you this year, this season, is to understand purpose. What is purpose? Purpose is a flow. It is for you to have a continual movement of the Spirit of God in and out of your life continuously, that you can live abundantly. You can live the life God has called you to live. I want you to be encouraged with that. The purpose of flow is like the rivers of water, as the writer says. We are designed, we are created to flow. And one of the things I know is that in some way at the beginning of every year, we make plans, we make goals, we have strategies to accomplish certain things. You know who I'm talking to. I'm talking to you. You say you want to lose weight, or you want to read more books, or you want to go back to school. Whatever you say you want to accomplish, life always has something different to come our way. We'll face some level of blockage, some level of bondage, and sometimes breakdown in every area of our lives: spiritual, physical, economical, some area of our life. There's usually something that comes in our life to stop the purpose of where we're going, and in that, it stops the flow of how we want to live. And therefore, I'm challenging you, but I'm encouraging you to strive for purpose. If you write it down, believe you can do it. If you prayed about it, believe it'll come to pass. Somebody repeat this out to me: good flow. Listen to this statement: flow out of our inner man. As Augustine has said himself, he says, like our heart, our souls, and even our heads. The total being. I want everything about me to flow. My thoughts, my heart, my mind. I want my resources, my energy. I don't want to be distracted. I don't want to be damaged. I want to believe that I'm going to flow and reap the harvest, live the life that I was called to live based on good flow. And there's a battle we face every day. And you need to be honest about it. The mindset, the lifestyle, something to take you off your purpose. Keep your head, tell yourself, good flow. And that's where we are. I like this, share it with people, help them to download the app, get connected, because if you're flowing, you want those around you to flow. And you want them to have a good flow, because there's a bad that'll block it, but there's a good that'll keep it moving. And out of nowhere, something will go astray, something will just mess it up. 30 days within the year, 60 days, 90 days, rarely any of us make it 120 days unless we are diligent, determined, and resilient in what we're trying to do, to have, somebody said, a good flow. I'm proposing some things. What does it take you to get on track, but what does it take to get off track? What shakes us up? What causes delays? What affects our current reality? You need to be more prepared in this year not to let it block your flow. Watch this, write these down. I have several observations. Remember, this is a podcast. I won't be with you long. Take a note, write it down. Number one, depend on the Spirit for our purpose. That Jesus Christ is your resource. He's your source and your resource. And the good flow you should have cannot be contingent on things that could trap you and take you off path. You have to depend. You have to pray on it. You have to read scripture. You have to saturate yourself. You have to believe that every morning you wake up, something good is going to happen. Number two, write it down. Focus on our true objective of where we're going. Too many of us waste time on the past. We bring up the past. We have people always talking about the past. And we look at photos and things that help us remember the past. Sometimes that's great. But where we're going and where you need to go this year to have flow, you have to focus and look forward. You have to strive to go forward. You have to keep up with the progress forever moving forward. Write this down. I think this is going to be a blessing and helpful to you. Strengthen our inner man to believe. Number three, our purpose would be accomplished. I'm a weightlifter. At least I used to really lift weights. Back in the day, I used to be pretty healthy. I was cut, trim, but as I got older, I got away from that. I'm much older now. I'm not going to tell you my age, but I'm older. So I can't work out like I used to. I used to pump those weights in the gym, do the cardio real fast, and man, I would exercise. I'm talking about hundreds of pounds. Well, you still need to work out to strengthen yourself, but I've reduced that to stay toned and fit. So I do more cardio now. I work out at the house, small amounts of weights, 5, 10, and 20 pounds. But here's my key. I'm working on the inner man to stay strong because I know what I have to accomplish. Let me give you a real quick example on that. When I know I have a very busy weekend, speaking engagements, assignments, I work hard to build up my cardio early in the week to prepare me for the end of the week. And that's the same in every area of your life. You have to strengthen your inner man. Look at number 4. Write this down. Trust that as long as you are working on your purpose, you are winning. It might take longer than you think, but you're a winner. We have to celebrate small victories. You ought to be thankful every day you can get up and move forward, even with a setback. You're winning. I said some of the times to people I can really talk to, if you wasn't doing anything, the devil wouldn't bother you. But you have to believe that where you're going, you're winning. You're winning when you woke up. You're winning when you took the first step. You are not a failure. God did not design you to fail. You are flowing in your purpose, and that's why you experience some resistance. But when you experience resistance, you have to be resilient. You have to be diligent, and you have to tell yourself, it might take longer, but I'm a winner. That's how you accomplish success. And that's how flow works as rivers of water down a stream out of your belly that'll come. Look at this. Number 5, every day accept the challenge for flow, for purpose. In that, you know it will come to pass. There's a challenge. Every morning, accept that. I've learned to expect problems in meetings. I've learned that those who can be close to you can sometimes misunderstand you or hurt you the most. But that's a part of the challenge. I've learned that when one anxiety is defeated, another anxiety can quickly replace it. But keep on pressing. There's a flow that God has designed in you, and the enemy whole design is simply to stop you from flowing. Here's number 6, and we'll be out. This is going to be a tight one. This is a blessing. Eliminate anyone and anything that attempts to derail your flow. Hey, we're learning that in this time, you don't need 10 friends. You need at least the top 2 or 3 who can speak into your life, who can be truthful with you, and who can love you whether you do great or not. And the reason why you need to eliminate the rest of them, because also you don't need people just to speak into your life. You need people who can help you accomplish those life-given goals. Good flow is something. It's a purpose. It'll be different for you this year. I'm praying you catch this as we get ready to shut down this first podcast on good flow. I want you to consider this. Hot water fountains, how they flow continuously. They flow water, they recalibrate the water by influencing the pump that moves water, listen, upward, underground, through pipes hidden, through tunnels within the fountain. If you ever noticed that, I'm talking about like in certain areas where they have a fountain outside and you're going into the building and you see it pumping and flowing and the water comes down the stream, it goes up the back, it's hidden to you, there's pipes, and then it reflows, it recirculates and recalibrates. That's what the Spirit of God is telling me to tell you, that this year, people don't see it. You don't know where it's coming from. But if you keep moving forward, it doesn't matter about the blockage or the design. It doesn't matter about the distractions. The flow will continue to recalibrate and recirculate to get you through. God bless you. That's episode 1, Good Flow.